Alrighty, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about coconut oils and how it relates to your metabolism. So if you've always been curious about it, definitely stick around and you'll learn quite a bit. Alright, welcome back. So now, coconut oil. I am a big fan of coconut oil. For many people that do not know what coconut oil is, essentially you have a coconut, you have some like meat in it, and you can make that into oil, and that's exactly what it is. Let's not overcomplicate it. You know what oil looks like. You know, cooking oil, any types of oil. Oil is just fats, different types of chains of fatty acids that make up the oil or the fats. But in our situation with coconut oil, they're considered medium chain triglycerides. You've probably heard of this before. MCTs, medium chain triglycerides. This is very popular in the keto world. So if you come from the keto world, keto community, biohacking community, you're probably very, very familiar with it. But again, coconut oil has a lot of good implications or applications, to be honest, throughout so many things. Whether you cook with it, whether you put it in your body, whether you eat with it, whether you put it in your coffee, there's a lot of benefits. So today we're really going to talk about like what is the physiological aspect of coconut oil and how it relates to your metabolism. Right, so let's go ahead and shift over to the computer so we can actually take a look at from the world of the internet. And we see that coconut oil, I Google it, right? So we always want to Google. We always do three things. We Google, we Google, we YouTube, and then we also ask the AI, just so that we get a good culmination of information so it makes sense on what we're actually talking about. So whenever I get something new, I want to take a look at what it is, so I quickly Google it. And if I'm being told something with coconut oil and metabolism, then I want to go ahead and search for it. And what I'm seeing right now is, okay, so yes, coconut oil helps to reduce body fat. This oil contains medium chain fatty acids, stimulating body fat loss, especially abdominal fat. It stimulates the body's metabolism and suppresses appetite in individuals. Okay, when you read something like that, right away, you see that there's a positivity aspect to it. So you're like, you know what, why not give it a try? But you also want to make sure, where are you getting the resources from, right? Where are you getting this information from? And so you can see it says healthifyme.com. Again, I wouldn't consider this. This looks like just one of those blogs that have a bunch of keywords that have information that people have created. So yes, but no. I would read more something like Mayo Clinic, something like that. Healthline, probably not. PubMed, hell yes, right? So PubMed is basically research that researchers are doing, and then they show you their results and whatnot. So like the abstract is there. What does it say, right? So let's take a look at this together from a scientific perspective. Effect of coconut oil on weight loss and metabolic parameters in men with obesity, a randomized controlled clinical trial. This is great. This is great because we're talking about your weight loss, metabolic parameters in men with obesity, and it's randomized, right? So let's see, what are the results? So what does it say? Coconut oil included in the isoenergetic balanced diet could increase HDL cholesterol and decrease the TC to HDL cholesterol ratio in men with obesity. What does that mean to me? To me, it says, look, appears to help in weight loss and improve metabolic parameters. Okay, good. Irrespective of what's being told here, what it tells me is that it's not bad for you. And it actually works because I've tried it. We can read the data, but if you try it yourself, you'll know what is actually happening. When you take in the coconut oil, again, it's medium chain. So there's like different types of chains of fatty acids. So let's take a look at that. There's short chain fatty acids, there's medium chain fatty acids, there's long chain fatty acids. So a lot of times when we eat foods, we're eating a lot of long chain fatty acids that need to be broken down, and etc. And as you can see from here, this is what the liver has to do actually. So liver is really good. This is actually showing you coconut oil. So eating this, once you eat it, then the GI system will break it down, and then once it's broken down, then it'll be converted into, it'll go down to the lymphatic system, and then eventually it'll go to the blood system, and then it'll go to the liver, and then it has a whole process around it. Now, understanding that, right? So that when you take in this or consume this, your body doesn't need to work on it too much. It doesn't have to cleave to make it into energy, since it's smaller versions. So again, remember what we talked about a long time ago. When you do a keto diet, what are you doing? You're doing ketone bodies that's giving you fuel. So when you have short or medium chain fatty acids you can cleave real quick and get that energy source from, you technically don't need sugars for it because you are getting it. So your body's actually undergoing like a keto breakdown of the fuel so that you can actually use that for energy. So you're actually stimulating your fat lipolysis, which is what we want to do essentially to lose more fat. And so if you take coconut oil, let's just say with your black coffee, I'm gonna put a link up for the black coffee video. Watch this video, link it up with your coconut oil, and imagine how much more energy you get in a day. The caffeine is gonna stimulate you, all the phytonutrients in the coffee, black coffee will stimulate you. The coconut oil will be amazing inside your brain because you'll just get so much more energy and your mind will be buzzing with ideas because you're just getting so much more powerful energetics inside of you. So that's the coconut oil aspect of it. Now let's just quickly shift to metabolism, right? Again, let's review what metabolism is. We have 3 fundamental macros: proteins, carbs, and fats. And so what ends up happening is a lot of us have a dysregulation in the way we consume the carbs. We eat too much carbs. We also eat fat, but since we're having so much carbs, the majority of the carbs are never really being used. So they get converted into fat, and so the fat then gets stored. So not only are you storing the fat that you're eating, you're storing even more fat because you're making more fat from the carbs. And then the proteins, I don't know how much you're getting, but if you're getting a good amount, great. You're just replenishing the sources that you need to actually help you build a scaffold of your body. But majority of us are not getting enough protein, so definitely put more protein in your body. If you want to leverage coconut oil, definitely leverage it in your cooking. You know, if you're gonna make eggs, anything that you're gonna use regular oil for, just use coconut oil, a little bit of it, and mix it up, and you're gonna notice amazing. One note that I would want to make with coconut oil: there's 2 types. There's refined and unrefined. If you do refined, there's no smell. If you do unrefined, it'll have that coconut smell. Your preference. I like it based on what I'm making. If I'm making cookies, coconut cookies, why not? I'll use the unrefined one. And then when I'm making like eggs and stuff, I don't want to really it smelling like coconut, so that's when I will go ahead and use the refined one. Cool. Hopefully you guys found value in this video. Always remember, we're always trying to stimulate our metabolism to a point where we're always in a nice flux homeostatic function. If you found any value in anything we talked about so far, definitely hit me up in the comments below. Let me know, what is your favorite way of using coconut oil? Is it better than the ones I'm talking about? You probably found a better way. Let me know, let us know, so we can definitely try it as well. With that being said, guys, I'm gone.